Tell you the tool and the brass soup, you know.
Oh my God.
Yes, the trick day inside there.
Oh
you know?
my God.
Then I go past Volta through the fertility, you know.
The last time I heard about you, you were outside the country. I think a few days ago. You were
Yeah. I just got in last night.
Wow.
Yeah, so
wow.
I was actually, I had a concert. I was one of the headlining acts for Afroofinst in Switzerland.
Oh, yeah.
So then afterwards, I came briefly, and then I was out in Brussels for Afro Latino Festival. So myself, Shaggy, Aloe Blakk, Inner Circle, everybody was there. And then afterwards, I was in Paris for a UNESCO event on culture, you know. And I'm here, and then Ethiopia, and then to the US, and then to Barbados, and on and on and on and on.
Afroofinst, I think one of our very own was also there. You know, he was also there to play, but you played on different dates. I met him in Amsterdam a couple of weeks ago. Tell me, you are predominantly a reggae artist. How did you find yourself on Afroofinst?
Well, the thing is that I'm an Afro Roots artist.
Okay.
So by Afro Roots, I mean that, you know, my style, as you know, covers elements of, reggae music, high life music, Afrobeat, and everything else. You know, so the programming for me has never been only reggae festivals. You know, I've played from jazz festivals, Hollywood Bowl, I mean, that was Global Soul Festival.
Right.
Myself, CB Wonder, and it's a soul festival, too. So the thing is that I have, over the years, developed my my appeal as an artist to transcend only specifically reggae genre. So I get booked on various, multifaceted, multi-dimensional, kind of different styles of music, eclectic type of festivals, So it's I'm honored for that opportunity. Yes.
I think it's a great achievement to be recognized in all these fields of music and all that. But at what point did you decide that you were an Afro Roots artist?
From the beginning.
Okay.
You see, from the beginning, but what happened was that high life music was really the foundation of me as a musician. I started listening to high life music before I discovered reggae music. And then when I discovered reggae music, I loved high life music, especially the Nana Pedu style, because of the storytelling and also the amazing orchestration and the language. Then reggae also had storytelling, a message, and then also something too that had the heartbeat that resonated with our traditional styles. So for me, bringing the two of them together was instrumental. So from the beginning, reggae had a much more international appeal. So my music was dominantly reggae with the foundation of the high life Afro Roots stuff playing a much more supporting role. And it became, over albums, the Afro Roots sound started going in front of the reggae till I got to the hymns for the Book of Changes, when the Afro Roots came to the forefront and the reggae receded to the back. And then with Hymns for the Rebel Soul, I found the perfect balance between the two, and that was when a lot of even the global acclaim beyond in Ghana fame started happening, when I was nominated for NAACP Image Award for, Best World Music Album, which set up branches for the same tree. And branches of the same tree followed the same model of a balance between Afro Roots, seamlessly intersect the two styles. So over a few albums, then that became apparent till it became kind of almost an organic aspect of my sound, So it took time to perfect it, But the thing was that I already had it in my mind's eye as to what I wanted to hear and what I wanted to sound like. And eventually, when I heard it, I was like, "This is what I have been trying to achieve." Yes.
You have the looks of a reggae person. I mean, your dreadlocks, your appearance, and all that. When you appear on the Roots platforms, I'm talking about the non-reggae platforms.
Yes.
Do you find it easy? I mean,
I just fit in, I just fit in because, I come in there too as a different type of artist, as an artist with a message, but with a funky, danceable, Afro Roots, type of artist. So you stand out too over there. because you're bringing something that has a message, something to that is familiar yet unfamiliar,
right?
And then something to that is, unquestionably undeniable. You know, that the sound and the music has to be, and the message has to be undeniable. And I feel that is what, as an artist, you put into your effort, you put into the crafting of your music, so that when you stand there, you stand with the authority of God's energy, with the authority of a message that's undeniable, and with the power of a sound that nobody can say no to. And I feel that if that drives you, then
this is 3FM.
Rocky
nobody
Dawuni
else. Yes.
is my guest. We're having a beautiful conversation. So if God was standing in front of you like this and he spoke to you and said, my son Rocky, look at all the artists who the world has provided us. Tell me one artist that you would like to be like right now, and I'll make you that artist. Who would it be?
I'll say, God, let me be myself truthfully in your eyes, and be a representation of all of the artists that you feel have worked in to amplify your name among men.
You give the choice to God.
I'll give the choice to God. Because, the thing is that there's so many artists that I admire, human artists that I admire. But I feel that all of those artists gave their thanks to God. And so if you give the authority to God, then that means that you are not necessarily belittling your idols, but you are asking God to give you, because all of them, their authority and agency and power came through the power of God. So I will give the authority and the glory to the Almighty to make me the image upon which he feels that I will be a true vessel to bring honor and glory to his name.
Interesting.
Yes, man.
Interesting. Now, the other day I was reading about you and I saw you at a festival that had to do with yoga and all that. Are you someone who practices yoga?
Oh, I have been not necessarily very diligent with my practice lately. The fufu can slow you down.
Wow. Wow.
But over the years, I have loved when I discovered yoga, and I discovered, the practice of meditation, and then mixing yoga, because I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat meat. I try to really work mind-body alignment, and then also just really spiritually always making yourself predisposed as a vessel for the divinity, for the divine. You have to have a certain practice, and I feel that yoga gave me the ability to constantly, align myself. And I really loved when I was very diligently practicing. And then along the line, I fell off the wagon from just a lot of travel and being a bit lazy, but now that you talk about it, I feel that it's something too that I need to bring back again with the zeal that I had, when I was introduced. And then, as I said, I'm invited to play in so many different types of festivals around there. And I've played so many, from jazz festivals, soul festivals, yoga festivals. I'm invited there to, just because of the spiritual content of my music.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, there was a time we were playing a concert, you, me, myself, and Sharif Gali in the North. And when it was a few minutes for you to come on stage, I was walking around your dressing room and I saw you sat down, crossed your legs, and you were doing this yoga. How does that help you with your performance? Just before you come on stage.
It makes you still. Because a lot of times as a musician, by the time you get on stage, you're dealing with making sure things are right, so many things that although you're getting on stage, you still want to make sure that everything is all right. And sometimes there's a lot of mind chatter, in your mind, things that you've dealt with, and there's all of it. So you need a moment to just calm down and focus fully on the reason why you're there, and that's the performance, and that's to come there and also connect with the people to the best of your ability.
Right.
So for me, it's a time that I'll pull my Bible out, I'll read, meditate, get myself centered before I step on stage. Because when you step on stage, it's a clear channel of distillation of divine communication, and then also performing to the best of your capacity and ability to connect with the people to the best of your capacity and your ability.
Kofi told me he lost his job.
During which regime?
Oh my God, and anytime there is a change of government, it's like old wine in new bottles. Rocky, tell me, do we have old wines in new bottles in Ghana in terms of leadership?
Leadership, I wouldn't say old wine in a new bottle, but the thing is that old wine in a new bottle does not necessarily mean a bad thing. You see, because old wine is always good. When wine takes time, it becomes refined and good.
But this is somebody losing his job and things are going bad.
Yeah. The thing is that if the old wine is like a fermented wine or wine that has gone bad and it's being dressed up in a new bottle as a new thing, then that's problem. But if it's old, seasoned wine, and it's being rebranded in a fresh new way to bring fresh new ideas that is informed by the experience and old kind of sophisticated nature of the wine, then I feel that it is something that is okay.
Interesting.
So for me, the thing is that I cannot, when it comes to politics and politicians, you can't have a definite kind of opinion about it. Because the thing is that there's going to be certain things that you're going to like and certain things too that you're not going to like. So you are going to support policies.
Yeah.
And you're going to support initiatives. And you're also going to support that the good things that they do, they get the collective support for it to be successful. And then when they err too, you're also going to pray that people are bold to speak truth to power and be able to call them to accountability as to what that mandate is, and which is the mandate of the people.
The mandate of the people.
So the thing is that a leader does not mean somebody that's perfect that you have to worship. And then we have to also understand that our leaders are not rulers. Our leaders are there through our agency. And so that agency to allow us to question the machinations of every leadership. So I feel that the citizenry need to have that political awakening. And if we do that, then we serve the leader better because they are also informed as to what our aspirations, our intentions are.
Right.
And it gives them the right tools to govern in a way that aligns with our purpose.
Interesting. Yeah. So, Rocky, a political party has a big political campaign to win elections, and you are invited to come over and play with your band.
Yeah.
In Ghana, would you play?
It depends on the objective.
They want to win elections, so they are calling you to come. Your fans will certainly come there so that they will be able to get them to vote for them in the elections.
Well, if I'm not a member of the party, then there's no need for me to do that. You understand?
Wow.
But if I subscribe to that party and say that, then I have committed myself to a certain ideology, an ideal, and a purpose, and I'm going there for that purpose. That is talking about me. I can't say about anybody. Everybody and their morality and how they view the world and how they do things. So I cannot inform anybody. I'm talking specifically in terms of me. But if it's a political party that is doing something about peace, let's say a political party says, I'm doing a concert about peace. Peace is something that I will identify with, and it has nothing to do with a political party's ideology and philosophy. So that is something that I will do. If it's a concert by a political party that's trying to bring everybody together for a peaceful election and coexistence, and to project a citizenry that is aimed towards a combination of all of us, then I can be able to subscribe that. But if it's to wear the colors of that political ideology and I have not decided that I am a person that belongs to that, then it actually conflicts with my ultimate ideal to be somebody who is a peace builder, who brings everybody together, until I subscribe to an ideology and proclaim that as an aspect of mine. But until then there's, it's not something that I will consider.
I understand that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, right now, Rocky, if a political party,
you asked me that question already. So it'd be a different form of that question.
This is 3FM.
I know you are trying to ask me so I go say which party I did.
No, I'm not going to ask
Blakk Rasta,
I'm not going to ask that. I'm not going to ask that. And you are live all over the world. I was going to actually ask you this. Have you ever rejected any concert based on the ideology of the concert?
The organizers of the concert?
Yes. Has it ever happened to you that you said, no, I'm not going to play here because this is what they preach and I don't align with that? Has it ever happened to you?
It has not happened to me because I think that everybody kind of understands where I stand. And a lot of times when I'm invited, it's based upon their intention to also walk the space of collaboration, the space of oneness. To tell you a fact, I was invited to play the Vatican. The Holy See invited me to do a concert some years back.
Wow.
Yes, and I went and played, but it was the journey of the itineraries of the soul.
Wow.
And it was bringing people from all parts of the Catholic, what's it called, the whole Catholic sphere. And that was during the era of the last Pope, the previous one before the one who passed on. And when that opportunity came and that invitation came, there was a lot of my people who said, that's a Catholic church and all of that. But I was invited to be because they wanted to bring like a certain plurality of inviting people from all kinds of different background faiths. And that's what I subscribe to. I subscribe to a concept of religion everybody not being like, I have my religion is the only truth, and that means that I cannot be open to other people. I subscribe to the religion of humanity. That means that if I am there, representing God as God manifests in all religions. And that is the energy of what I brought there, and that's the energy from which I came there. So that is what I represent, and that does not prevent me from walking through I'm not afraid to open any door. I'm not afraid to walk through any door because I carry my own faith and as to what I believe in. And I don't think that being in that space changes the fundamental ideals that inform my vision of who I am or what I represent.
Rocky, when you die, where would you go? This is a final question.
Yeah.
When you die, where would you do? Will you die at all?
I'll go Godward.
Godward. Okay. Yeah. So when you go Godward,
this is 3FM.
What happens to you? What happens to you? So many people believe in the hereafter, where they would be
I'm African,
waking up, and all that.
I'm African.
Yeah.
And in my tribe, we believe in reincarnation. We believe in ancestors. So, and most Africans too, that's what we believe in. Before we heard the resurrection story, we already had the ancestral story of resurrection. But the resurrection is about transcending to a higher realm and being a means by which you still align with your family and your people and advocate on their behalf, but you are an ascended elder because now you're much more universal and beyond the trappings of the spirit. And I believe that as an African, that is what our destiny is, and in a bigger sense too, it also aligns with the concept of, heaven and all of that kind of stuff. In the long run, man, life is about, it's a cycle. We're born, you get old, you pass on, and then you're born again. That's why you see in the universe, many things are cyclical. Even when you look at the sign of the universe, when they took the Hubble, took the distance of the universe, it was cycle. Yes.
Right.
Exactly. A spiral.
Yes.
And then the middle of spiral is where the energy came from.
Right.
So everything moves in and out. This day gives way to night. And then it starts all over again.
Interesting.
You plant a seed, it grows, it gives fruit, it gets to a portion, it comes into the land, it nurtures the land, and new seed grows. That is what life is about.
That is what
and
life.
That is what I believe in.
That's what he believes in.
Yes, mate.
In the interim, Kofi lost his job.
This is 3FM.